Well, welcome to the Cliff Art YouTube channel. I am actually doing a voiceover because the noise of the shop with both the laser and the air compressor and my CNC router all running at the same time was a little bit noisy. So I've basically removed that audio from this recording, and I'll just talk through what I'm doing here. I have placed a um, welcome mat into my 20 by 28 Omtech 60-watt laser, and I'm actually creating a new welcome mat for my front door. Both myself and my wife are Air Force veterans, and I wanted to capture that. I used to have a floor mat that I engraved a couple of years ago that said a Ravens fan lives here with the Ravens logo on it. But we decided we wanted to celebrate our Air Force veteran status and let people know that we are both veterans. Our son was also in the Air Force. Unfortunately, we lost him in 2002. He was a C-130 pilot out of Little Rock, Arkansas. So we're pretty much an Air Force family. But I wanted to share this because this is my Omtech 60-watt laser. The picture of the floor mat is not that clear because the camera's going through, and I think you can tell from the reflection, the camera is shooting through the cover for the laser. It's reddish colored to protect people looking at the laser from any of the laser beam reflections. But I actually sped this up to 500% speed, so this is not the speed it runs at. It took about an hour, 55 minutes, to complete the engraving on this large floor mat. It's about 24 inches by 18, 20, something like that, that I purchased off Amazon. It's that cocoa fiber welcome mat, goes outside, and I've set this at 40% power and 200 speed, I believe. 30 to 40% power is good, and you can do it fast. I did it fast. As I said, I have an air compressor running, so it's blowing the smoke away. But this is just one of the many things you can do with a properly sized laser engraver. And I say properly sized because a desktop laser would be able to do this if the bed was big enough. If it was at least 22, 24 by 20 inches. This laser, the bed is big enough, but it also has room on either side of the laser bed to lay the excess part of the welcome mat. If you had a desktop laser that didn't have that much room on the sides of the table itself or the bed, then you may not be able to fit this in. But this is a good way to use the laser and to create a custom welcome mat for your front door. And that's what we wanted to do here, and it came out pretty nice. At the end, I'll post the picture I took of it before I placed it outside. One of the things I learned from watching YouTube videos and doing these formats, Meyer's workshop, I want to reflect on him because of Meyer's workshop, I purchased this laser. I watched his videos. I watched him do a welcome mat that said welcome, and decided this is kind of a cool thing that I wanted to do as well. That way I always have my own source of welcome mats. But one of the things I learned is that after you use the laser and engrave this, you need to do something to protect the laser engraving from the sun and the rain and the elements. It will wear down. It will last about 2 years, year and a half. My Ravens mat I had to re-engrave once, so they don't last long. But one of the things he recommended, and I tried on this one, so we'll see how it works, is to spray the mat with spar urethane, and that is supposed to provide UV protection and rain protection, water protection, because it does rain, it does get wet outside on our porch. But so as you can see, it's moving pretty good. It actually, again, this is 500% speed to save you all time, and I will stop talking now. I also post things on Instagram. My Instagram channel is Cliff Art US, and I make a lot of different products, and I use the laser quite a bit on different things. You'll see on that Instagram page that there's a bunch of different products that I've made. Bowls with my CNC router that I've engraved the tops of. I've got a baseball bat that I just created on my lathe, and I want to engrave something on it. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want to engrave on it yet, but it will fit in this machine. It's 32-inch baseball bat. I know it's a 22-inch bat, but again, I have the sides that I can go out, that I have some expansion room in where I can place the bat and put it on a rotary. And I will film that whenever I decide what I'm going to engrave on it. But I am trying to get back up on the channel, just to share some of the projects that I'm working on. I will do a lot more in the future, and hopefully I can teach people things or give people some ideas. A couple of things that I changed on this Omtech laser is I've added the external air compressor. You can see, go to Bearded Builds, that YouTube channel. They provide a lot of very good information how to set up an external air compressor. And there's a better picture. I moved the camera here, but adding the external air compressor, I put a light burn camera in the laser itself, which really helps line up projects. And I put a chiller on the outside, so I've added a chiller rather than using the bucket with water in it. This is located in my basement shop, and so I've vented out. I took out the fan that was installed in the laser itself. They're kind of a 8-inch computer type fan. They do get bogged down. They do get noisy. I removed it and just ran the 8-inch vinyl line right out into an inline fan that goes out of my house. It's vented out of my house. I do appreciate your comments. If anyone wants to post a comment or ask a question, I'll answer it. I am not in this. I'm not making money off my YouTube channel. I'm not commercialized in any way. I just feel that YouTube was a great way to share some of the projects that I make and some of the things I learned from other creators off the laser. There are a lot of good resources out there, better than me, of course, if you're looking for something to do with a laser engraver or laser cutter, or making different projects. So Bearded Builds is one. Myers Workshop, he's doing less now. His last video that I saw on him was on a lawnmower, an electric lawnmower, and it was a good video, but he's not really making the wood product videos as he used to. Bat Mom with a laser is also a good resource for crafters, makers who want to create things and use a laser. There are a lot of different lasers out there. Omtech is just one. Omtech. I've heard it called different things. But it does everything I wanted to do, and it's 60 watts, and it will actually cut through 1/4-inch wood. So for the last few minutes of this video, I went and slowed it back to regular speed. So this is the actual speed of the laser burning. It is still pretty quick. As I said, it takes about an hour to do this entire mat. I'm at 600 dpi. That's one of the things I want to point out. You can actually, do a lower dpi, and will speed up your engraving dramatically if you say went to 300 dpi or 400 dpi. Unfortunately, my camera, as it starts doing the top part, the words up there say veterans live here, but the camera stopped. The battery was fine, but I ran out of space on my camera because it was full of other things and I didn't realize it. But so it actually stops before I finish this mat. But I think this picture going through the top is much clearer. The light that is in there is the light that is on the laser. There's an LED strip that's right underneath and follows the laser as it goes across. So you can put more lights in if you want. I've never felt the need to do that. As you can see, the smoke is in the very back there. The smoke is being sucked right out. Once I removed that fan, it provided me a lot better ventilation to the outside with just using the inline fans. So thank you for joining me. Again, Cliff Art US is Instagram. Appreciate you tuning in, and please provide feedback or comments if you can. Thank you.